I'm telling y'all something real. Don't go to your family members. Don't go to your friends. Don't tell your friends nothing. You gotta read your Bible and you gotta pray to God to heal your relationship. Now, I'm telling you guys that because I was the type of person that would go to like social media, listen to everybody's advice on there. Now, I would be lying if I sit here and say that I didn't get good advice, because I did. It was a little ratchet, but I got a lot of good advice, and I felt like it felt good to have other people siding with you and being there to support you. So I thought I liked that aspect of it. But honestly, like, I opened myself up in a lot of different ways that I wish I did not do. So just putting all my relationship business, everything that was going on, just putting it out there for everybody to see. Even though I am a changed woman and I have changed, but a lot of that stuff that I put out there, I can't get back. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the things that I had stated and put out there, a lot of people, they don't forgive me for it. Like, and I'm talking about like your, like, let's say if you're married or if you're in a relationship, like, there's certain things that let's say if there's certain things that you've done, right? You forgave yourself, the person you would forgave you, but their family members, honestly, your family members or your friends, they're the ones that, like, they forgive, but they don't forget. And they won't ever see you the same, right? Does it matter? No, because it only matters I feel like what's really important is who you're in a relationship with, how they view you and how they see you. That's and if they forgive you, that's honestly, I feel like that's what matters. But I'm just saying, once you do something, it's hard to get it back, right? And for me, I'm just 100. For anything that I do or anything that I have done, I stand on it, and I take full accountability, full responsibility for it. I'm not gonna no longer beat myself up about it. I don't beat myself up about anything. Sorry, my voice has been, I think it's allergies. I'm sorry. If I've done something, I apologize for it. I take ownership over it and I move forward. What I'm saying is that when it comes to your relationship, you really got to pray on it. And I know I did not like hearing that. When my grandmothers or my mom, they used to tell me that all the time. They're like, I can tell you about your relationship and I'm damn sure it's not going to speak on marriage. So what you need to do is take it to God. And I didn't like that because I felt like I was like, okay, why do people keep telling me to take it to God? I need it fixed now. I don't like the way I'm feeling. I don't know how to handle the situation. I'm being hit with different things that I don't know how to handle. And I need somebody right here, right now to fix it for me. That's how I thought, right? I'm like, God fixes things on his terms when he's ready. And I need help right now. That's how I felt, right? So I was like, okay, I did not pray. I didn't take it to God. I was still trying to figure it out amongst people and amongst myself. I didn't take it to my Father up above. I noticed that when I did not go to God, my relationship and my marriage stayed the same. Nothing. It was just a cycle. The same cycle over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. Same cycle, just spinning, turning the wheels, right? And so I'm like, okay. So I was like, years passed, right? I'm like, okay. So I'm like, years passed. I'm like, okay, so I'm still in the same position. Nothing is changing. Nothing is working in my favor. I got into a space to where I'm like, okay, like, God, I'm in a position to where I have no choice but to bring it to you. I have done everything. I have tried everything here on earth. I have done everything that men have said for me to do with the relationship. I have went to the books, but the books is not gonna solve this. I need to take it there spiritually. I need to take it to God. I need to take it to the creator of marriages. I need to take it deeper because I need a deeper healing. So that's when I really start praying more. And I really start telling God, look, I don't know how to fix this. I've been trying to fix it my way and nothing has been working. So I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to give it to you to fix it. I'm going to take this marriage, take this relationship. I'm going to take it and I'm going to drop it off to you and I'm going to leave it at your feet. I'm going to leave it to you. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to allow it to keep me up at night. I'm not going to allow any of that because worry is not of God. So once I did that and I fully took it to God, I didn't worry about my marriage. I didn't try to fix nothing. I said, God, here you go. That's it. I left it there. It's so hard to leave something there. You say, God, I know you got it, but it's like you don't really trust that he got it. So I was like, God, I'm leaving it to you and I'm really giving it to you. I'm just not going to say it. Once I did that, once I prayed, once I really said a really deep prayer, meaningful prayer to the bottom of my heart, and really told God, I trust you with everything. Once I did that, my marriage started to change. Little each day. I've never seen a change like this. I noticed that my husband started talking different. I noticed that his thoughts were different. He will say things that I've never heard before. I noticed that he started doing things that I never seen him do before. With me, I noticed that the way I interact with my husband started changing. The way our conversations started changing. The way I communicated with him was more, it has been more soft. It has been more like, let's sit down and talk about it. The way I've been handling situations in my marriage, it's been shifting. I was in a space to where I was like, I just didn't feel like it was fixable. But once I took it to God, God told me, no, it's fixable. You just needed to really trust me to fix it. And you saw that when you try to fix things on your own, it did not work, right? It was not working. But once you brought it to me, that's when you started seeing changes. I thought it was not fixable. I don't even know that's a word, but I'm just speaking. I didn't even know if it was fixable. I didn't even know it was, I didn't believe so, because I felt like everything was so tarnished. Everything was so damaged. God has shown me that nothing is unrepairable for me. I'm the creator. I'm the fixer. I can change something around in the blink of an eye like that. You just gotta believe. And once I noticed that, everything started shifting. So I'm gonna tell you, ladies, and even the men out there, I like to talk to both genders because I feel like my videos are for both genders, okay? Pray. Take your relationship to God. Talk to God like you talk to your friends. Talk to God like you talk to your grandmothers. Talk to God like you talk to your mothers. Talk to God. You gotta, when it comes to marriage, that's God can fix that. Because marriage is a big, people don't talk about it. And I understand, I respect people's privacy, but like me, I be wanting to talk to other married couples that have been together for a long time that can really tell me something about God that is really spiritual. Because I feel like when a person is not spiritual or they don't see something from a spiritual realm, it's hard for me to relate to them, because the way I am in my spirit and my soul and my connection with God, it's on a whole nother different level. So if you're not there, we're not going to be able to connect. But that's just me. So I like to speak to people that have a belief in God, and I like to speak to other married women that pray over their husbands. I pray over my husband. I pray over his well-being. I pray that he gets his desires. I pray to God to hold his life in his hand. I pray for different things like that. With me, you know, I would want somebody that's like me to speak to me about my marriage. When you're speaking to people that are of the world, it's not gonna help you, because you're gonna see things from a dysfunctional point of view. You don't need all that toxicity. You don't need all that. You need somebody to tell you to pick up the Bible. You need somebody to tell you to pray. You need somebody to tell you to go to church. You need somebody to sit down and tell you to sit down and speak to your husband face to face in a healthy way. Nobody got time for hands to be flying. Nobody got time to be cussing each other out. Like, you don't need all that. The more I pray, the more, like, it's just I can't explain it, guys. It's like, I love the woman that I'm becoming. The woman that I'm becoming is the woman that I always saw from afar. Even when I was younger, even when I was 16, even when I was 20, right? I always seen a version of myself. This version of myself now, I seen it in my early 20s. And that's crazy. When it comes to your marriage, you got to take it to God, because the way the world is now, and the way everybody's mindset is, like, you don't need that in your life. You can have a healthy communication. You can get your point across in a healthy way. And also do marriage counseling, do couples counseling, do that. So that way it will teach you guys the tools to healthy communicate and all of that. Y'all got to go deeper, man. If you want a deeper change, you got to pray. You got to take your relationship to God. And it's so easy for me to say that, but I'm telling you that because I've done it and it's worked for me. So if it can work for me, it can most definitely work for you.